gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Moments with Gbemzo and Friends.
Woo!
Welcome, ladies. How have you been?
Feeling good, girl.
Look
Feeling
at you
good.
guys.
Yep.
I see. Hi, Joelle. Clementine, what's going on?
Man, we here.
I see.
We all right.
Can I just say, Joelle, the tits and the teeth, blending, they out.
All the time. All the time.
Beautiful. Okay,
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move straight to Loud Talk on today's show. We're going to be talking about... Are you ready? Are you
Drum roll.
ready? Okay. Would you marry a bisexual for any reason? Money?
A man or a woman?
As a woman,
Any.
would you marry a guy that is bisexual for any reason whatsoever? Maybe he's a millionaire, maybe he's good in the other room, maybe he's tall, dark, handsome, sexy, for any reason whatsoever, would you marry a bisexual? So I'm going to start with you, Joelle.
I would never marry a bisexual man for any reason whatsoever.
Okay, another question for you, Joelle. What if you don't know until you have gotten so deep into the relationship? Or maybe you guys are married already. What are you going to do?
God forbid, it would never happen.
She said, God forbid.
She said, God forbid. What if it happens? Life happens to people. Things happen.
No.
You can't imagine it happening at all.
No.
Like you can't deal with
I
it.
can't. Even if I was to find out, I would leave him. I don't
Damn.
care about how long I've been with him. The money. No. I just can't picture myself being, like if I marry a man, we said vows before we got together, so I just can't.
In your head, like,
I can't get with it.
like
I just can't.
Basically, it's bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.
so you prefer your man to cheat with a woman than with a man?
He will not cheat.
Hey!
She said it's off the table.
Oh Lord, it was no cheat.
Please, you will not cheat, Jerry.
He will only have eyes for me.
Hey!
Honey, that secret admirer is not
That's
cheating.
our period.
Yep.
In the dictionary.
Mhm.
What about you? Sydney, let's talk to you.
Yep.
Would you, for any reason, marry a bisexual?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's bold.
Okay, hold on.
Why would that be bold?
I'm just trying to breathe.
Dating.
Okay, let's say you. I was trying to catch my breath.
Oh, I just say yes because, in a sense, I would think that a bisexual man would be somewhat more in tune of tending to his woman's needs.
So are you saying that, okay, if you marry a bisexual man, that means that he's bringing more of his femininity out instead of his masculine side?
I want to say yes and no.
Okay.
I just feel like a bisexual man, like just the Valentine's Day episode that we were just talking about. A lot of us had not so positive Valentine's stories. What is wrong or what is not clicking with heterosexual men and being romantic? What's up with that? But I feel like a bisexual man, he knows I want my feet rubbed at night. He can give me a back rub without trying to stick it in me.
Oh, no.
Don't give me a back rub first before you try to do it to me. But I'm just saying. Like, I just feel like there's going to be a little bit more caring, a little bit more effort into the things that we really
You're
want.
sounding like you're talking from experience.
Yeah,
I've
because
dated one
One
before.
more question.
Man!
Let me ask you one more question. Now, if you are in the same room with him that same night, and he says, okay, let me bring another guy into the picture, what would you say to that? Would you agree to him wanting to have, his way?
No, because that would be like an open relationship. If you want an open relationship and be poly and all that, then bring that to the table first. I'm one of these people. I'm open-minded. Don't take my choice away. Tell me what's up from jump and let me pick. Is this what I want to rock with? And if I do, I'm going to do it. And if I don't, then I won't. But as far as a threesome or anything like that,
Okay.
But what if you're But what if you're already in the relationship and let's say, okay, yeah, he told you, yeah, okay, I want to be with you, you know, but we won't have none of that. But you know, people change. People's feelings, their sentiments, all of that, it changes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if one night, you know, he's like, well, babe, like, we should, you know, experiment, like, can we bring somebody else in and, you know, have a threesome?
I wouldn't be open-minded to a full-fledged on threesome, but I would definitely be interested into like sex dom, a dominatrix type deal, a sex dungeon. That would be pretty cool. Then I could just watch him get like, you know, abused by the mistress.
I'm just trying to touch my brain.
So you're saying
This is the Lord.
So you're saying,
Hallelujah.
What you're saying is that you're open to like doing the whole cuckold thing.
That would be fun, yes. Black sandals, everything, masks, whips, chains. That would be fun. It's not necessarily a threesome or sex, but some people do like get off by being mistreated.
Well.
I see.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Very interesting.
We move. I'm still
So Sydney, I was just asking those questions because I wanted to learn a little bit more about your perspective and your opinion. So,
Okay, which I appreciate. Thank you.
no problem.
okay.
Yeah.
So
But what about Clementine? What about you, ma'am?
Well, you know, for me as a person, I think everybody has different beliefs. People like what they like. One man's meat is another man's poison. And so, you know, in life, you really have to just do what flows for you and what feels right. There's so many things happening in the world that we live in now. You don't necessarily have to accept it or be part of it, but everybody lives their life however they want to. So for me, if you love someone and you feel that's the person for you, go ahead. It's all love. So
have you ever dated one before, or maybe you were in the relationship before you discovered?
no, not me. I have friends that are bisexuals though that we know about. They're still people to me. I don't look at it any differently, and especially like with romance, it's a quite complicated place. Like she was saying, like there's some people that would like to watch their partner. There's some people that are like no. So I feel it's just a space where we can all play with different things. But for me, no.
For you?
Yeah.
Okay, so well, for me, no experiences about it. I think it's a no for me too. It doesn't mean that the people that do it are wrong or anything, but I just feel like even if I was into that relationship already and I discover, I would leave. Because I see it as cheating to me. Whether you cheat with a man or with a woman, it's still cheating to me. And I don't want to be with a cheater because I'm not going to cheat on you, so don't cheat on me.
But quick question, what if that person tells you, fine, I'm a bisexual, I will not be cheating on you with other men, but I'm bisexual. Would you be okay with that? Like, I won't cheat at all.
If he's a bisexual, he will cheat now.
Why? He can be in a normal relationship and not cheat.
Tell you that
It will just be a bisexual with his feelings,
you know,
just feelings, and he won't do it with another person.
Yeah.
No.
But just because he likes women and he's hetero, is he only gonna do it to you, or he's cheating automatically because he's hetero?
No, hold on a second. I'm confused there. If he loves women, you know, because men naturally they cheat with women. That we know. Now, if
But just
you
because they like women, does that automatically make them cheaters?
Well, if you're seeing somebody else apart from me, you're cheating.
All right, so let's take it from here, right? Let's say they tell you, I'm bisexual. I was in a relationship with a man before you. I want to be in a relationship with you now as a woman. I will not cheat on you with other men. It's only you.
And leave.
It's still bye-bye. This one's like, come. This one's like,
Sound
go.
like my headmaster in school. like if you've done it before, you would do it again. I mean, it's just that. I've had friends before that liked, you know, women.
Yeah.
And there is no way. It's just, I think it's just a feeling that you can't control sometimes, except you really want to stop it. So you cannot tell me that I did it before you. I'm going to stop. I like you. I want to get married to you. You just want me to get married to you.
Okay.
You're still going to do it.
Situation. Because if a guy tells you that, okay, before you I dated a man
Yeah.
and I'm just dealing with you now, What about the male friends that he's around? I will be suspecting
Yeah.
all of them. Like,
Because these days,
like, you guys
yeah,
are boys.
well,
like,
you know, these days, most of these guys, they just want to get married because of society.
exactly.
But they know what they do.
like, I will.
So I feel like it's wrong for you to lead a woman on into marriage without letting her know. Because a
Exactly.
lot of
Damn.
women get into
Yeah.
marriage with men,
Yeah.
especially celebrities, and you know it's so hard to get out of the marriage because they don't want this noise about them,
yeah.
and they keep coping and enduring because they find out eventually that this guy is bisexual. So I feel like if you're one, let the lady know and let her know what she's getting herself
But
into.
why is being bisexual a deal breaker as far as cheating? But when he go cheat on you with 10 different women, you still gonna stay?
He will not cheat.
Damn.
She said he was
That's for the men who do. But when you guys are talking about bisexuality, you keep bringing up cheating and correlating it. So
Yeah.
heterosexual men, everybody cheating, everybody cheating, everybody
Nah,
a cheater.
Well, that's why I said
All I
if
can
you,
tell you is that if I'm with a guy, he will not cheat.
yeah, that's why I said
If
if
he
you're doing it
cheats,
with a
I
man
believe.
or with a woman, it's still cheating. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our talk today. Let us know what you feel about bisexual in the comment section. Can you date one for love? For money, or you
Somebody
just
dating
indifferent about
somebody.
it?
Look,
Somebody
I'm
dating
risky in
somebody.
business for a reason. Somebody lying.
We'll be right back, guys.
Welcome back, guys. So on the next topic, we have
Aurea, what parents say have a lasting impact in the lives of their kids and on their kids' journey, even at a very tender age. Research has shown that children can have a fully formed self-esteem by the age of 5. So we need to watch what we say to our kids. Ladies, today on the show, I'm going to be asking you, do you have any experiences as a little child, and did you have to deal with something that actually affected your self-esteem? Clementine, you want to go first?
Well, I mean, in the modern day that we live in, there's so many different studies that point out to different things that affect children. Particularly for me, I was raised up by my grandma. She was very sweet to me most of the times as an African parent. You know, most of them are strict. So, you know, their job basically is to raise you, put you in line, all that stuff. But then they don't really give you that freedom to express yourself as an individual because you have so many things to conform to. I wouldn't say anything necessarily that like harmed me, but I feel if I had been given that freedom of expression a little bit more, I wouldn't have been afraid of talking to adults or letting them know what my opinion is on certain things, like where I go to school or what I'm eating in the house, or, oh, you know, you made this, but I don't like it. Like, can we try something else? Children in African homes are not given that space because you're a child. I feel for me, that was one of the things that impacted me because it took me a very long time to be able to talk to adults, even now as an adult, to like be honest and not hold back. So for
But
me,
don't you think that the way she raised you actually
Yeah.
have a positive impact on you right now as an adult, and the way you deal with individuals, the way you deal, you know, the way you have been able to associate and communicate
Yeah.
with people? Don't you think being strict, I understand,
Yeah.
but you not being disposed to do the things you could have done as a child, don't you think it actually has a positive impact on you right now?
it definitely does, by like what I want to do expression wise, because I feel as an adult now, I've had different jobs, and at those different jobs you work with people that are from all backgrounds, different ages. If that person is older than me and in authority, it becomes hard for me as a person to approach them, even if I have a good idea or if I feel, hey, I'm being mistreated in a way because of the past, you know, because I'm thinking, oh no, I shouldn't be saying that. I'm a kid, I'm younger than them, I should respect them. I feel had I been in an environment where I was still allowed to just express myself, doesn't mean I have to be disrespectful. I just have to tell you how I feel about it. And it would have definitely helped me in my career, because I've let a lot of people trample over me because I felt I'm younger, so I should keep quiet. So that's where I'm like my perspective on it. Yeah.
I definitely agree with Clementine. Yes, your family and parents have their own idea for you, but at the same time, it's also, you don't want to kill the seed, you want to water it.
Yeah.
So yes, our parents have their own expectations for them, but she has her own passions and ambitions that need to be watered too, that are just as important as the goals our parents have for us as well.
So, growing up as a child, were there things that you went through, or maybe some, some words that were said to you that affected your esteem?
I would say, like, on a smaller scale, just being too loud. Everything, like, if I walk heavy, I have heavy feet. So, you're walking too loud, you're walking. I dealt with that a lot as a kid. And now, like, I'm very cautious about how I walk. And even you all, even being on the show, you're like, Sydney, stop whispering. But I'm so used to shrinking. I'm in trouble if I'm too loud or too myself. So, I definitely agree, Clementine. It's probably like a Black universal thing. Even Black Americans, you don't want to speak out too much. You don't want to give your opinion as a child. You don't want to say things too much to adults, or else you're going to get in trouble because it's looked down as a bad thing.
Wow.
So,
what about you? I thought it was different, actually. That was why I wanted you to talk about.
We have a lot of the similar cultures. They're all the same, but a lot of the things with Black American or Nigerians and Africans in general are very similar.
Wow. So Joel, what has been your experience as a child growing up? Did you have to deal with anything that affected your self-esteem, your personality?
For me, I mean, I've always been a very bubbly type of person, even as a kid. I was very sheltered as a child. I was the youngest. I'm the youngest of four, but also my mother's only child. So I experienced a lot of my parents were never really home like that. So I was always home by myself, with my caretaker, and like they would tell me, don't go out, don't do this, this is bad. So as an adult, like even like in my early 20s, the way that it really affected me is that I was always kind of scared to pursue, certain things that I wanted to do. But now that I'm getting older, I'm coming out of my shell more and doing, and I'm learning that it's okay, like I don't really have to follow what they're telling me.
Right.
I'm older now. I can do what I want to do,
So when you start having kids, would you train your kids the way you were trained, or would you adopt a new system?
In the way that I was raised, I'm very, very appreciative and very grateful of that, because these days a lot of people lack morals.
It's missing. It's really missing these days.
But also, I will definitely make sure that my kids they know, that it's okay for them to pursue their passions. In our community, Africans, we're always taught to go be doctors and lawyers.
Right, just that.
Our parents never really want us to explore our passions, what we really want to do.
You know what? If I'm being honest, what I think what most of us are saying is that our parents train us and raise us to rely on them, and they know what's best and what they say is right. When it is time for us to come into our own individuality and to trust our own instincts, it makes it that much harder. And it makes us that much more kid-like, even as an adult, because we're so used to my mom, they're going to know what's right. So what do I know? But we literally have to go out into the real world, even as adults, and fall on our face to learn. Because if we keep asking our moms and asking our dads, they're going to keep seeing us as kids.
Tell us, but
they're going to tell us what's right, but it's still a double-edged sword.
Really, and I can tell you, like I go to advice, my elders, my aunts, my uncles, my parents. I ask everybody for advice, but at the end of the day,
the choice is yours.
So raising children, especially a first generation here in America, I would definitely instill them, to sort of be scared, don't talk to people, don't do things.
Respectful,
but at the same time, I want you to pursue what it is that you want to do, and I'll back you up 100%.
That's beautiful. Well, for me as a child, I grew up in a Christian environment, a strict Christian home. And so, most of the things, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't even shake a boy, you can't talk to a boy. If a boy shakes you, you're going to get pregnant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have that saying too. Anything gets you pregnant.
Yes. No, not this. If a boy shakes you, if a boy hugs you, you're going to get pregnant. And so the bad side of this, the downside is this. You're going to learn from your friends. Most of the bad things I did while growing up, I learned from my friends.
Yep.
Because they'll tell you your dad is lying, don't mind him.
But
your mom is lying.
You also want to be careful for those friends. Not everybody is your friend.
Yep.
I know, but that's what they know. The kind of environment I grew up does not allow a lot of things. No trousers, nothing. So when I buy trousers, I would go keep them somewhere in the compound, and then when we have parties, I'll go all the way to the back, get my, all those bad stuff that we did, even though it's part of experience, and there are things that actually molded me into what I am today.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm grateful to God that my parents are, because I had friends that will have their parents cuss them out. That's one thing I never experienced. Like I'll tell people, my dad is over 80 now. I've never had him say one cuss word in my entire life. Not one. My mom, not one. So, because most of those things they say to kids, I've seen them really have bad impact on those kids. Like, I mean, you don't say that to kids. But people say it a lot. It affects the kids. A lot of kids withdraw. A lot of them get bullied in school because they can't even tell their parents at home.
Because there's a big difference.
I get bullied in school and I'm going to be bullied at home. Because I will see it like, if I talk to my mom now, she's going to be like, and then in Africa, you have some parents say, you mean your classmate beat you up and you didn't beat him back? And then they begin to beat you because you didn't fight back for yourself. And so when you get beat up in school, you even get up, you don't want to talk about it. So all those things make you want to get advice from outside instead of from your parents,
but
because they're not really welcoming.
But even though you're saying like for children it affects them they can also carry it with them. Like for instance, children that hear a lot of curse words or see a lot of fights at home are those children that become bullies, that go around cursing other people and just being really mean because that's the environment that they see.
Or they didn't, their parents didn't give them enough love. As children.
No love.
Because I feel like you can really dissect people now as adults. As an adult, you can really picture, dissect who came from what home. How? Who was raised how?
Who was raised off of
like I was saying,
raised off of survival.
Just the way my parents were strict, and I tried to still do some bad things. That background will still be there. It will still reflect anywhere you get to. You're respectful. You still have that fear of, my parents didn't train me like this. Sometimes when your friends are trying to pull you along with them, you'll be like, no, I can't do this because of my parents. I can't do this because of... So it's still very good that
not
they're
even
strict
just
with
your
us.
parents, as just being our own.
Because,
we have integrity. We have our own conscience. We know we know right from wrong. Because of them.
Yeah, I know. But some people still do very crazy stuff, bad things, and they don't even care. Well, I think we all getting there. Joel is getting married very soon, having kids soon by the grace of God. I guess that, and I pray that we all have good kids and we'll be able to train up our kids in the way of the Lord and with good things. Actually, I'm beginning to sound like a pastor, Mrs. Ray. Okay,
as long as I'm the first lady.
All right, guys, that will be all on our topic today. Please let us see you in the comment section. Did you have any experience like this? Are you still dealing with something about your self-esteem? Was there something about you from childhood that is still affecting you? Let us hear your opinion in the comment section. We'll be right back, guys. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, guys. So, what do we have today on Fun Facts?
All right. So coming in today, I have a fun fact about Ethiopia. So
you went all the way to Ethiopia?
I didn't have to go all the way there, but I did a little bit of homework and research.
Okay.
She Google traveled.
So what I found out is that Ethiopia is one of 2 African countries that has never been colonized. They were declared an independent state in 1896 after defeating Italy, and with them never being colonized, they are 7 years behind the rest of the world. So they are in year 2015.
Oh, wow.
And they stick to their true calendar. Instead of going off like the Julian calendar or other ones like the rest of the world. And it's simply just based off the belief that Adam and Eve lived in the Garden of Eden until God set them free from their sins. So that is why they're 7 years behind the rest of the world.
You know, I actually worked with some Ethiopians, and they told me the story in 2015, and I was just there looking at him like, what are you saying? So after he told me, I had to go Google it. It's true.
Yeah,
Right?
it's super interesting.
Wow, it's really interesting. Okay, guys, let's have some Ethiopians. Tell us something about your country in the comment section. If you're seeing this and you're from Ethiopia, tell us something about your country.
Okay, tell us the secret to the unity, because that's real right there. That is real. That is real.
Okay, guys. All right, so we go now on to name it and
Claim it. Alrighty, so for our name it and claim it for today, the question is, how many years behind is Ethiopia? So let us know in the comment section how many years behind is Ethiopia and stand a chance to win.
Drop your comments, guys. Thank you all so much for watching today. We appreciate you, and we want to say thank you to all our vendors and the crew. God bless you. I'll see you ladies again on the next edition.
Goodbye.